News lined up for you. First up, the headlines. Day 2 of vertical drilling underway in Uttarkashi. Stuck parts of the auger machine have been removed and the process of rat mining has begun.
हाँ, आप लोग सब ठीक हैं? किसी की कोई तबीयत की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है?
High protein breakfast for trapped workers. 41 packets of sattu laddu, dalia, bread, jam and boiled eggs as breakfast. Political dogfight over Prime Minister Tejas jet sortie. TMC MP predicts bad luck for Tejas jet. Battle for Telangana in top gear. KCR versus Prime Minister Modi over Muslim IT park. After KCR promises IT park for Muslims, Prime Minister Modi calls it appeasement. Mumbai Indians buy Hardik Pandya in an all-cash transaction. Shubman Gill to lead Gujarat Titans this season of IPL. Elon Musk, who landed in Tel Aviv and was seen visiting the southern town that was the site of some of the worst violence during the October 7th Hamas attack.
Co-presented by Aapka Joy, Bharat Ka Joy, Joy E-Bike. Co-presented by Nexa, Create Inspire. Co-powered by Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat.
All right, it's the last 24 hours of the campaign in the state of Telangana before the silent period starts and the Prime Minister making the most of it for the Bharatiya Janata Party. A huge roadshow in Telangana days before the high-octane polls, which is on the 30th of this month, with 3 days to go for polling and just 24 hours remaining for the final countdown in terms of the campaigning and electioneering. Prime Minister Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah were seen leading BJP's charge in Telangana. Prime Minister held a roadshow today, met his supporters in midst of chants of Modi. He even paid tribute to Savarkar as he ended his roadshow. Let's quickly cut across immediately to my colleague Abdul Bashir joining us live with the latest updates. Abdul, the Prime Minister's roadshow in Telangana, give us the significance of it, especially if you, speak of it in context of what we are witnessing in Telangana, a contest between the Congress and the BRS.
Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 3-day visit, in which the last program was a mega roadshow that was held a few minutes ago from in the city of Hyderabad, in the heart of Hyderabad city, from Narayanguda RTC crossroads till Kachiguda Veer Savarkar statue, where he had paid floral tributes. The significance of this particular roadshow shows the electioneering that BJP had been, showcasing in the past few days. The aggressive campaign that the Bharatiya Janata Party had been putting time and again with an agenda where, Prime Minister Narendra Modi calling BRS government as corrupt, BRS party as corrupt, Congress is corrupt, BRS family rule, Congress also as a family rule, and also appeasement politics that the BRS government has been doing, and also alleging Congress of appeasement politics. So all this, politics that had been revolving around these three issues. One is corruption, the other is family, family rule that he was talking about, and appeasement politics, wherein he's also mentioned that Congress hand, which 5 fingers represent 4 tires of KCR vehicle, KCR's TRS or BRS party symbol vehicle, and one is a steering. So they both are one and the same, and they're fighting against the BJP. Here BJP, which is claiming to be confident of winning this upcoming polls and forming government, that is double engine sarkar in the state of Telangana, had been aggressively campaigning with its all the tall guns and top guns on the ground in the state of Telangana, from be it Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, CM Yogi Adityanath, Himanta Biswa Sarma, and all the top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party had been on ground in the state of Telangana for the past three to 4 days. Today being the last day of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit in Telangana, 3-day visit in Telangana, he held a massive road show, and here agenda remains that Bharatiya Janata Party promising a backward caste chief minister if voted to power, with implementation of uniform civil code, to also the 4% reservation for minorities will be scrapped. So all these issues
Abdul,
have been widely.
One quick question. This was the Prime Minister's roadshow today. The last 24 hours remain for electioneering to stop, before the silent period begins for polling on the 30th. What can we expect from the Congress and the BRS in the dying hours of campaign? Any big ticket events?
See, here in the past 24 hours, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the next last 24 hours of this election campaigning, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done his roadshow that is said to be a mega event with 50,000 people, joining this particular roadshow. Tomorrow, we have Rahul Gandhi, who's also said to be likely to be holding a mega roadshow in Jubilee Hills area of Hyderabad. We also have KCR and KTR, the BRS party chief and working president, both of them, holding a yatras and roadshows and rallies in the state of Telangana. So all the top guns are now last 24 hours. Tomorrow will be the last day for the campaigning, where by 5 p.m. everything will be shut down. All the campaigning, all of the parties, the hard work that they have done all these days to grab the votes, votes for the upcoming election, that is November 30th, is the polling day where people of Telangana will choose their mandate for the next government that will come up. So all these parties, BJP's event today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's two rallies in Karimnagar and Mehbubabad was also impactful. And here, this roadshow had seen a massive, booster for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Tomorrow, Congress has their, leader Rahul Gandhi on ground, and also the BRS having KCR and also KTR on ground campaigning for their respective parties.
All right, so tomorrow the focus will shift to the Congress and the BRS campaign. Thank you, Abdul, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, in terms of news coming in from Telangana, what is seen as a possible small setback for KCR's party, the Election Commission on Monday withdrew the permission given to the Telangana government to disburse financial aid to farmers for rabi crops under the Ritu Bandhu scheme. Now, after a state minister violated the provisions of the model code by making a public announcement about it. Take a look.
Just 3 days to go for polls. Massive setback for Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. The Election Commission has withdrawn permission given to the KCR government to disburse financial aid to farmers for rabi crop under Ritu Bandhu scheme. The EC took the decision after the State Finance Minister allegedly violated provisions of Model Code by making a public announcement about it. The permission was revoked on Monday after Minister T. Harish Rao's public statements regarding the release of funds.
Election Commission keli Ritu Bandhu paisal eskochani permission vachindi. Iyala Adivaram, repemo Somvaram. Kan rep Somvaram emundante Kartika Paurnami. Jara repu kuda selave unnadi Kartika Paurnami. Iyala Adivaram, repu Kartika Paurnami. ఎల్లుండి మంగళవారం పొద్దున్నే మీరు ఛాయ్ తాగుతారో లేదో మీ ఫోన్లో టింగ్ 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 మోగుతుంది.
KCR has blamed the Congress for the Election Commission's decision.
మొదలు మళ్ళీ పోయిండు, దరఖాస్తు పెట్టిండు, రైతు బంధు ఆపిండు. ఏయనని చెప్పి నేను చెప్పిన అధికారులకు బంధు పెట్టిండు. ఒక్కరోజు ఏమని వాళ్ళు పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చింది ఎవరు? ఎలక్షన్ కమిషన్. మళ్ళా కాంగ్రెస్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ నిరంజనుడు మళ్ళా మొన్నటి దరఖాస్తు ఇచ్చాడు. రేపు రాబోయే పైసలు మళ్ళా కాంగ్రెస్ ఆపింది. నేను ఒక మాట చెప్తా ఉన్నా, కాంగ్రెస్లో కూడా రైతు బంధు తీసుకున్న నాయకులు ఉన్నారు, కార్యకర్తలు ఉన్నారు. మరి మీకేమైనా సిగ్గుమానం ఉందా అని అడుగుతా ఉన్నా నేను.
The BRS has moved the EC to get the restriction on Ritu Bandhu lifted.
Today, Telangana farmers have realized that Congress party has been time and again complaining to Election Commission of India for an ongoing program in which in last 10 seasons we have disbursed about 72,000 crores to 65 lakh farmers across Telangana.
Congress cadres burned the effigy of Chief Minister KCR and Minister Harish Rao for making a statement on Raitu Bandhu scheme. Further, Congress accused KCR and Prime Minister Modi of being hand in glove while the BJP dismissed the charge.
This is not the time to release any money. Whatever the decision had been given itself was wrong. I don't know on what instance they gave that permission, but now it is wrong on that issue.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी तो जो ऑनगोइंग स्कीम्स कभी हम उसको रोकने के लिए नहीं बोले, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कंप्लेंट किया है क्योंकि टीआरएस के पास राइतु बंधु देने के पैसे भी नहीं है। खाली ड्रामा करने के लिए दोनों मिलके किसानों को नुकसान करने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
The Telangana election is being billed as a battle of guarantees. Ruling BRS and principal opposition Congress are banking on freebies to win elections. Raitu Bandhu is one of the BRS government's most popular schemes. Bureau Report, India Today.
Fair amount of politics over the Raitu Bandhu scheme, especially the BRS hitting back, saying that the Bharatiya Janata Party in states have been allowed to disburse monetary supplement in terms of direct money transfers in name of schemes. With that, we're going to quickly shift focus to the other big controversy taking place in Telangana, triangular takkar in the state, intensifying with every passing day after KCR promised an IT park for Muslims. Prime Minister called it appeasement. Here's more.
तेलंगाना के लिए बहुत अहम है। खुदा ही लाख बुरा चाहे तो क्या होता, वही होता है जो मंजूर खुदा होता है।
Fierce Telangana takkar is exploding. War of words between Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao and Prime Minister Narendra Modi erupts. KCR, at a public rally, promised that BRS would build a special IT park for Muslims in Hyderabad if voted to power again.
आज हम सोच रहे मुसलमान नौजवानों के लिए मकशाए वन्फ का जायजा लेके एक हम स्पेशल माइनॉरिटी बच्चों के लिए आईटी पार्क भी हैदराबाद में बनाने का मंसूबा सोच रहे हम लोग।
Prime Minister Modi, who's leading the BJP charge in Telangana, came down heavily on KCR, accusing him of appeasement politics.
बीआरएस तो टेक्नोलॉजी तक में तुष्टीकरण ले आई है। क्या अब भारत में धर्म के आधार पर भी आईटी पार्क बनेगा क्या? क्या ये भारत के संविधान का सम्मान है क्या?
Prime Minister Modi compared the BRS to the Congress, blaming the two for dynasty politics.
बीआरएस की कार के 4 पहिए और एक स्टीयरिंग कांग्रेस के पंजे से बिल्कुल अलग नहीं है। ये दोनों ही दल धर्म के आधार पर अपीजमेंट करते हैं, तुष्टीकरण करते हैं। इन दोनों ही पार्टियों ने करप्शन को बढ़ाया, इन दोनों ही पार्टियों ने परिवारवाद को बढ़ाया।
The Congress also slammed KCR for promising an IT park based on religion.
How can it be possible? How can you make an IT park for a minority? This is one of, I have not heard of this type of policies in the entire country. You can't differentiate on caste.
The Telangana election campaign will end on Tuesday evening. As the countdown to voting begins, political attacks are bound to get more fierce. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's cut across to the other story making political news. Tejas will crash because Prime Minister Modi sat in it, taking on what has been a political showdown ever since the Panoti jibe. This statement has now been made by a sitting TMC member of parliament. Well, the latest after the Prime Minister was seen in a sortie in Tejas, the TMC has come out and stated that taking on what Rahul Gandhi had made a comment on calling the Prime Minister a Panoti, where it came down to him being physically present during the World Cup finals and India losing the finals, taking that a bit further this time, the TMC. Listen in.
Narendra Modi, the first Prime Minister to take a sortie in Made in India Tejas fighter jet, testifying the nation's unflinching faith in the Desi fighter jet, set to become the mainstay of India's air combat fleet. But the spectacular show in the air has sparked a ferocious political war. Congress and Trinamool Congress had huge meltdown over Modi's Tejas sortie. Congress called Modi's fighter jet ride a Chunavi photo op, highlighting how Tejas was designed by Aeronautics Development Agency, which was established under Indira Sarkar in 1984. However, TMC MP Shantanu Sen crossed all limits when he claimed that Tejas jets will crash since Prime Minister Modi sat in one.
When Mr. Narendra Modi was very much there in the country, the ISRO failed. After winning 10 consecutive matches in the recently held World Cup, just because our learned Prime Minister went to that stadium, India got defeated in the final. Now, the job has been done by Narendra Modi. I am afraid that in no time, this particular craft gets crashed.
In a scathing attack, BJP hit out at the TMC MP for wanting to crash Tejas jets and wishing deaths for the forces, driven by hatred for Prime Minister Modi.
It shows the hatred that they have not just for the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, but they hate the welfare of Bharat as well.
The bizarre remark of the TMC MP was rubbished by his own party.
ये तेजस की बात नहीं है, वो लोग कभी धर्म के नाम पे, कभी यूथ के नाम पे, यूथ और ये उग्र जो है नेशनलिज्म, उसका पॉलिटिक्स कर रहा है. हम लोग ये कंडेम कर रहा है. वो तेजस है, तो तेजस तो अलग चीज है.
Does the political dogfight come as a new political law for our motor-mouth netas? Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, there have been others too who've taken to the skies, like our Prime Minister. Let's take you through that. Other Top Gun moments across the country where politicians are concerned over time. Well, January 18th, 2018, Nirmala Sitharaman became the first woman defence minister to fly on a Sukhoi 30 MKI. Well, not just that, this was Nirmala Sitharaman, while on May 18th, 2016, MOS home Kiran Rijiju flew a Sukhoi 30 MKI jet from Halwara Air Base in Punjab. Well, that was Kiran Rijiju. Then, if you go back a bit, August 10th, 2015, the then MOS Defence Minister Indrajit Rao Singh went on a sortie in Sukhoi Su-30 MKI at Hindustan Air Base. February 19th, 2015, then BJP's Rajiv Pratap Rudy flew first BrahMos integrated Sukhoi 30 MKI. Well, let's go back a little bit further. And this was landmark at that point of time, November 24th, at the age of 74 years, 2009, Pratibha Patil, the then president of the country, made history when she flew fighter jet Sukhoi 30 in Pune. Well, this was a historic moment. She was 74 years old, alongside APJ Abdul Kalam at the same age of 74-year-old, June 8, 2006. APJ Abdul Kalam flew a Sukhoi 30 fighter plane. He was also the president of India then. June 22nd, 2003. This was a controversial moment, viewers. If you remember, the MiG-21 was facing massive criticism across the country of being called the flying coffins. Then Defence Minister George Fernandez, to dispel the controversy, flew in Su-30 MKI from Lohegaon Air Force Station. All right, with that, we're going to go into a quick break. To stay with us on the other side is To the Point.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a B&P Group company.
For the last month, I've been crisscrossing the battleground states from Rajasthan to Telangana through Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. It's that reportage experience that I hope to bring to our coverage of the exit poll. Not just studio number crunching, but also the ground zero experience. The complete package on our exit poll coverage, the exact poll, only on India Today.
कांग्रेस ने देश में सुल्तान शाही को बढ़ावा दिया और केसीआर ने यहां निजाम शाही को ही आगे बढ़ाया। कांग्रेस और बीआरएस दोनों ही परिवारवाद की सबसे बड़ी प्रतीक है। केसीआर तेलंगाना को बर्बाद करने के बाद अब देश का नेता बनने का शौक रखने लगे हैं। अपने इस शौक में बीआरएस ने दिल्ली की कट्टर करप्ट पार्टी के साथ हाथ मिला लिया। वो घोटालेबाज नेताओं को जेल जरूर पहुंचाएगा और ये मोदी की गारंटी है। केसीआर को आखिर दूसरी सीट पर चुनाव लड़ने की जरूरत क्यों पड़ी? वहां क्यों जाना पड़ा? कांग्रेस के राहुल गांधी को भी अमेठी छोड़कर के केरल में भागना पड़ा था। इसका एक बड़ा कारण बीजेपी के कद्दावर उम्मीदवार एटला राजेंद्र जी है और दूसरा कारण किसानों और गरीबों का गुस्सा है।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a B&P Group company.
I want to throw a few facts at our audience right now. Just the milestones that Tiger 3 is making and has made in the past. It's the biggest ever Diwali hit in the history of Indian cinema.
Correct.
In the history of Indian cinema, crosses all languages. Salman now has 2 films which make it to the highest grossing Diwali releases of all time. There's Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, another film that got a lot of love, and then there is Tiger 3.
And the collection is almost similar.
Yes, yes, you're right. Katrina, you apparently have accumulated a staggering figure of 3,000 crore. If we put together all the box office numbers of the films that you've sort of done so far, which is a huge, it's a big number to cross and crack. Perhaps you might take it lightly, but it does sort of also show the love the audience is given.
Congratulations, yeah.
I didn't know. It's the first time I'm hearing this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That's a good plug.
Merry Christmas is coming soon now, yes.
In the theatres close to you with Vijay Sethupathi on Christmas.
No, on January 12th now.
On January 12th.
And that leads me on to the fact that you guys have 7 films between you. The one that he has not presented to you is Yuvraj. The other day,
Yes.
banter between the two went viral, where he said that I have presented you these films and stuff like that. But I want to speak to you about the fact that 7 films between the two of you. Every time somebody meets you, they talk about this crackling chemistry, and it's taken so lightly, right?
I think chemistry also comes a lot from the writing. You know, when the premise of the film is as beautiful as the Tiger films have been, and you have 2 such well-written characters. Tiger's character is written with so many nuances, so layered. I think it's something that connects so beautifully to Salman. Zoya's character is written so well. I think that allows for the chemistry to shine on screen and for that to come across. As well as, I think also knowing each other for so many years now, that we've worked on, like you said, good number of films together. You have a good tuning at work.
There's also, you need to like the person. For chemistry, you also need to have respect. You know, that ek izzat hona bahut zaruri hai to that, and likeness, like-mindedness. All these things bring about chemistry, I believe. That if you really like the person, so that chemistry is going to be there. It's just going to be there. It's going to be there in your eyes.
There's an ease.
Because it's like, it comes from the bottom of your heart.
For the last month, I've been crisscrossing the battleground states from Rajasthan to Telangana through Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. It's that reportage experience that I hope to bring to our coverage of the exit poll. Not just studio number crunching, but also the ground zero experience. The complete package on our exit poll coverage, the exact poll, only on India Today.
Best view of an Indian election is always from the ground, and I am back on the campaign trail, gauging the mood of the voter this election season. Join me, Preeti Choudhry, as I come together with the #1 election team in the country, where we'll bring to you the most in-depth ground reports, the sharpest analysis, and the most accurate numbers on Exit Poll Day, 30th November.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com. Har family hogi insured. Tata Safari. Reclaim your life.
Elections now transactional. Where old metrics like caste, religion secondary to what is on offer. The 5 state elections, the precursor to 2024, one narrative. The promise of welfare schemes, all benefits. Freebies, sops or reverie culture. For the uninitiated, reverie refers to balls of sesame seed with jaggery in colloquial political terms, meaning pulling wool over the eyes of a democracy with freebies, read as bribes. Reverie culture, though, is here to stay, and all political parties equally guilty. Be it the Congress farm loan waiver announcement in Chhattisgarh again, the direct cash transfer by BJP in MP under the Ladli Behna Yojana, or the Chiranjeevi scheme and other sops on offer by the Congress in Rajasthan. It's an election of competitive welfarism or bribery. Depends which way you look at it. Electioneering has truly changed. Freebies, benefits or bribes, dole or development. Top focus on To The Point this evening. Dole or development, freebies, benefits or bribes, what you might call it, electioneering has changed and so has the voter. And I can say it firsthand of being on the ground in this 5-state election. Over time, you can see how transactional the voter on ground has become. Clearly, which has changed the kind of campaigning or what political parties have to offer. The old metrics of caste, religion, I'm not saying they don't exist, but there is something bigger, where the voter will look at you on what you have to offer. Well, let's cut across for this debate to our political panelists this evening. Joining me, Ms. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Mahima Singh, National Spokesperson, Congress; Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist and commentator, election analyst and researcher. Before I cut across to our political panelists, I'd like to go to Mr. Amitabh Tiwari if he's with us. All right, we don't have Amitabh Tiwari. We're going to cut across to him in just a while. But Sanju, let me come to you. You know, not many elections ago, I would reckon 2 or 2.5 years back, 2020, the Prime Minister in his speech had spoken of something he called revdi culture. Sanju, what has happened over time is, agar aur koi kare to revdi aur agar aap kare to welfarism.
That you do your homework thoroughly before every show of yours, and so do I, especially when I'm on your show. So let me just tell you this, that in 2013, there was the famous, Subramaniam Balaji versus the state of Tamil Nadu case, wherein the Supreme Court, the matter went up all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that in a country like India, welfarism is a must, and, doling out election promises cannot be said to be something that is non-kosher, and people who say that, it is criminal to promise stuff prior to election and action should be taken as per Article 1, Section 123 of the Representation of Peoples Act 1951. The Supreme Court said nothing doing. Section 123 of the Representation of Peoples Act 1951 lagu nahi hota hai because you need to give guarantees and promises that are deliverable. This is the Supreme Court judgment in 2013. Now, since January 2022 and even last Wednesday, the entire matter has come up before Justice Chandrachud. And